mean, it's never an original idea to come to October's. Never. It's the day before Thanksgiving, people. Telling me you guys all want some French fries too. Do you want anything to drink? Do you want People keep saying when I share my stories, they say my life has been pretty interesting. I should really write some of the stuff down. But I don't know. Then I needed you are the song that I sing. You are the four seasons of my life. But maybe tomorrow. I don't know why this song just makes me cry since I was. I don't know why. My name is LaShonda Prescott. I was born and raised in Oakland, but my parents were Mississippi, so I'm a kind of half generation into Oakland. I'm a little bit of country, I'm a little bit of hood, I'm a little bit of hippie. You know, I was blessed that we had parents that taught us at home and they thought that we could do and be anything, but along the way, they got kind of caught up in their lives and they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. They instilled in us that we were smart, that we were people. We always had books in our house. We always read. A lot of trauma around, you know, just, the violence in our house. Went to Cal, loved to learn, enjoyed the experience there, hate testing. I think that anybody can teach you. I think genius is everywhere. And you can learn from anybody if you're open to it. And kids give you a chance to learn again. And that's probably for me one of the best things about motherhood. Sometimes I tell people to go back to their childhood because who we are before people told us who we weren't, that's who we really are. I probably should have followed the thing, maybe with being writing plays and maybe doing the stage and all that and working with other creatives. And so that's why with you guys, I wanted to really make sure that you had opportunities to explore your artistic side, so that's why I was like, we would do the chalkboard because, to some extent, I think I wasn't necessarily encouraged to be an artist, you know, even though it was like, that was something I wanted to do. I would look in the mirror and I probably was in my 30s or something, and I realized that I didn't see me. When I looked in the mirror, I saw, this might be a little, but I felt like I saw everything everybody else saw, but I wasn't seeing me, and this was like in my 20s. But when I was like a teenager, 16, 15, 14, you know, even though I looked at myself and I saw lack, I still saw me, but there was a point, you know what I mean? And it was like maybe I was trying so hard to be what I think I was supposed to be. And then once again, I jumped into the container of motherhood. And once again, I bound myself back up. People, they, put motherhood on a pedestal, and not everybody is meant to be a mother. Not everybody wants to be a mother. But I always wanted to be a mother.
I wanted 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys, just like we grew up. And but no, that's something I knew I always wanted to do. I just wanted to be a mother. But I can't tell you what age. It wasn't like I was sitting around baby dolls and saying, I want to be a mother. I just knew that I was going to do it. You can't protect them from everything, you know. And if something comes too easily, you know, it might be some bad parenting that you inherited. And that you can't, you know, that you have to accept them as they are. And, you know, shit about yourself that you don't like that's going to come up, you know. And there's some things that, you know, you pass on. Sometimes the things I say are not interpreted well or not received the way I intended it, you know. And the hardest thing is to see you guys struggling, bringing you guys here to a psychologically unsafe environment. That's probably the thing I regret the most. You gotta have a support system. You know, you know, you sitting there trying to do everything by yourself, and y'all needed that support. You know, it's like I remember every time I would go to my friend's house and y'all come with me, and y'all would be so happy to see me having a good time. You know, because you can't help with everything, and you can't fix everything, and you can't make the world the place that you need it to be for them. Do y'all know that y'all not alone?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know y'all got each other?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know you got me and your dad?
Right. Name and birth date, young lady.
LaShonda, December 1st, 1970.
Virgin Mary herself.
I know.
300 milligrams and 120.
So February 17th, Dr. Demi, who's my oncologist, he was like, you know, at this point, you know, all we can do is give you palliative care to kind of relieve your suffering. Grieving that I put things off, you know, thinking that, okay, when the kids are grown, I'm gonna do this. Grieving, putting my life on hold. And everybody seemed to think I had everything all together, but I was falling apart. How scared it is I am. It's like, you know, I'm going to these appointments late because I don't want to be there. I don't want to have to keep doing this. And, you know, but I had to get to the point where I was able to express that, you know, as opposed to being angry or denying it or living under this, you know, pretending that it don't exist, but it's like this big elephant in the room. Yeah. You know, it's definitely changed my body. It's changed the way my mind works. It's affected everything, um, but it's like I have this joy and this peace that I didn't have before. You know, that it's like, you know, a lot of things are uncertain, but I'm okay. I know everything's gonna be okay. It's more about getting my soul right as opposed to getting my body right. So if my body heals in the process, but I wanna just like clear myself of my soul of this stuff, this weight, this anger, you know, stuff that I've been holding on to that serves no good. And I'm looking at my behaviors over the past 3 years and just like, okay, what does it feel like
if I do slow down and rest. And you know, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about the arguments and you know and what I'm projecting, and I'm just like, you know, and what is, you know, reality, what is me projecting, what's my trauma. Some things I just can't take away, you know, about saying that y'all, you know, save your tears for something important, or that if something happened to you, I'm the only one that care, because ain't nobody gonna be on the they ain't gonna put y'all in the milk box like they do the white kids. Y'all might didn't need to hear that, even if it's true, you know.
I felt lonely in my marriage. I felt lonely without my siblings. And I thought that having kids was supposed to solve all those things. But the thing is, that wasn't your job. You know, my friendships were supposed to take, you know, a relationship with my siblings, relationship with a partner. They feel different needs. And I just felt like, okay, I must be broken, you know, if this is not enough, if they're not enough.
I guess that's how I express my creativity is, you know, the pictures I take of nature, but that's more for me than for anybody else. It's just a reminder of just how beautiful. I mean, we live in a beautiful world, you know, and it's something that's real simple, you know, just can just, you know, just make you feel good, you know. And so for me, I like that I can just, anywhere I am, I can find something beautiful.
Well, because all my daddy used to say, because if you love something too much, you're going to lose it. But I wanted y'all to know that I loved y'all. And that was one thing I was real clear. I was like, I didn't want y'all to ever feel that y'all was alone.
There's a lot of things I could have done differently, but I did the best I could with what I knew, you know. And so, you know, you can read all the books, but it's like, you know, I mean, we were talking about that earlier. It's like you don't know who you are until things happen, you know. You don't know how you're going to react in your mind. You know, I'm going to write letters to my kids every day. You know, letters about when their 40th birthday. Because I used to have this little exaggeration if I found out I was dying. I was going to write, you know, if you're reading this, this is your wedding. You're a beautiful bride. And just remember, da da da, you know, and all these. And it's like the thing is, you know, I'm not doing it. What I want to do is just talk to you guys and enjoy you guys as much as possible. And so, you know, so that's one thing I didn't want to. I used to say I was looking forward then when y'all didn't need no money from me, and we can all just go to places and get drinks together and be friends. I don't know how much I regret, because I just feel like I enjoyed you guys so much. I wish I would have been more present, as opposed to like thinking about work when I'm not at work, or thinking about y'all when I'm at work. I wish I could have been more present everywhere I was. I wish, yeah, I think traveling more, I think relaxing more. But the thing is, I enjoyed our time together. I enjoyed picking you guys up from school, dropping off. Black motherhood is really about personhood, you know. And when you get over the point where your kids are not an extension of you, they're not your ego. They're not something that you control. You know, they reflect themselves.
Don't ask. Don't ask. I'm sorry. Don't do no rhythm nation.